Right, so for today's video, we'll be talking about a situation when Instagram influencer has recently been called out for faking their lifestyle using AI. The influencer you need to be aware of is a user called Lauren Blake, and as we can see, she has around 1.5 million followers. And recently, Lauren uploaded this picture where she is at the Miami Open, and at first, it just seems like a normal Instagram picture, right? She's at an event, she wanted to take a picture. And as you can probably guess by the way that I introed this video, this photo isn't real, or at least Lauren being in the photo isn't real. Now let's add some extra context to this, right? So another user you need to be aware of is Tatiana Elizabeth. And Tatiana recently uploaded a video calling out Lauren Blake. We can see here it's got over 4 million views. And the reason why Tatiana called out Lauren Blake is because Tatiana uploaded this picture 2 years ago. Looks very similar, doesn't it? Except it's Tatiana in the picture and not Lauren. But here's the thing, the photos just aren't similar, right? It's not as if like Lauren just kind of copied her outfit and maybe like copied the pose. The photos are the exact same other than the people that are in the picture. And that's because Lauren ended up using AI to swap out Tatiana from the picture and replaced her with herself in the exact same pose, exact same clothes, exact same everything, other than the fact it's now Lauren. So it's not like Lauren just used some AI app and said, oh, make a picture of me at like a tennis game. She actually went out of her way to take Tatiana's picture, or at least someone in her team went out of their way, as we'll see by her response, but someone went out of their way to take Tatiana's picture, take a picture of Lauren, and then put in some prompt to make it look like Lauren was actually there. Now, when Tatiana became aware of this, she ended up making a few posts before the video. These are over on Threads, and we can see about his first one. It says, well, this is peculiar. I was here too, in this exact same outfit and the same watch, same bag. Picture was taken at this same angle even. Another post here comparing the two images, and Tatiana said, bar for bar, the weirdest part about this, it's not even an AI influencer. This is a real person who used AI to put her head on my body. She geotagged Miami as if she's at the Miami Open, when my photo was taken at the US Open 2 years ago. Yeah, I think that makes it even stranger, right? They didn't just like take Tatiana out of the picture and like replace her entirely with Lauren. She just replaced her head and put it on Tatiana's body and I guess thought nobody would notice. So obviously Tatiana found this incredibly strange, as you would, and ended up making a video basically calling it out.
This photo to the right is a photo of me at the US Open in 2024. This photo to the left is a photo that I came across this morning on Instagram of someone who castrated me and decided to use my image and my environment. I initially thought that it was one of those faceless AI pages, but come to my realization, this is an actual person with 1.6 million followers at that.
Yeah, I mean, clearly Tatiana is very confused about this whole situation. She goes on to say that she's perplexed by it, and she even mentions that she commented on the post, and at the time of making this video, Lauren still hadn't replied to the comment or like a DM or anything.
And by no means am I trying to bash this girl's mental health is real, and I'm not a bully. I'm a little perplexed. Just want to know what was the reason. Another part that gets me is that this has been up since this morning. I commented on this morning. This girl has not reached out to me. She has not apologized. She has not given an explanation and probably embarrassed, which she should be. But I think that the nice and accountable thing to do would be to reach out and at least apologize to the person whose photo you took. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I mean, we've heard plenty of people say throughout the years that you really shouldn't compare your life to somebody else's life on Instagram because obviously they're showing their best moments. You don't see their worst moments. In some cases, people would even go as far as to faking their lifestyle. They might take a picture in front of a luxury car, pretend it's theirs. It's not. It might just be a car that they see on the street, or it's a friend's or something like that. I remember a couple of years ago, there were people who were taking pictures in like a private jet, and then people found out that it wasn't a private jet, and it was just like a set that anyone could book to take pictures at. But now it is definitely becoming a lot more common because it's also a lot easier to do, right, with AI. I mean, Lauren probably just put in like a quick prompt, included 2 images, and then got this image back within a few seconds and uploaded it. And I mean, for what? That's what I don't understand, right? So people believe you are at the Miami Open, even though this picture wasn't taken at the Miami Open. Like, why does it matter? But either way, following this video, it ends up going viral. As we saw earlier, it's currently on about 4 million views. And this is where Lauren actually ended up reaching out to Tatiana. We can see some of the DMs right here. There's a few of them, but the first one says, hi babe, I'm going to be reaching out shortly. We'll address everything, but I just wanted to pop in to let you know. Just a lot of moving parts right now. now. Talk soon. And then we see the second message and it says, "Hey Tatiana, first of all, I just want to apologize. I'm sorry it took a few days. I got hit with the most hateful things I've ever had said to me and my family, and honestly I had to take a step back. But I know as a girl that doesn't feel good. Just like you seeing a picture of yourself with my face in it doesn't feel good either. I admire you, I respect you. Obviously you have great taste. The truth is I actually haven't even seen your original photo before my team sent it to me. What happened was not intentional whatsoever, but my team and I have been experimenting with AI tools for my content workflow, and this was a huge wake-up call for me." Yeah, I've got to say, when I first saw this message, I was pretty baffled, right? Like, we've got teams apparently that are working together to make this, like, fake lifestyle look real on Instagram, and again, for what reason? Well, I mean, I know it's obviously to, like, get a following and get brand deals and stuff like that, but do you need to fake a picture if you go onto the tennis to get a following? Like, you've got plenty of other stuff to take pictures of, I'm sure. And by the sounds of this message, it seems like this is something that Lauren and her team are wanting to do more often, or maybe have done a lot of previously, right? Adding AI work tools to our content workflow so we can make a bunch of pictures to make it look like we're at events that we're not at. And I mean, you can almost guarantee that there will be plenty of other, like, Instagram influencers who are doing something similar to this, and are probably going to be doing a lot more of it in the future because of how easy it is, which, again, is pretty baffling to me. "You don't deserve this. You are a hell of a woman, all for the girls, and I feel awful about it. I'm being honest, I didn't know how to handle this. I reached out to a PR team, but everything they wrote just sounded disingenuous. So I'm just coming to you directly to take accountability and apologize. I'm gonna post something now about it, but I obviously wanted to come here first and talk to you. Again, I'm just so sorry." And following these messages, Tatiana ended up making another video kind of giving her thoughts on these DMs.
And at this point is when I realized that I'm dealing with someone who just doesn't really truly understand the weight of what she did and doesn't care. She's trying to shift blame onto her team, and she's trying to shift blame onto an AI service. I don't know if she thinks that I'm stupid, dumb, or blind. However, I know that to use AI, you need a prompt. And in order to have a prompt, you need to have a picture. And you had to find the picture from somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, from what I can tell, this really does seem like whoever did make this image, obviously Lauren saying it was her team, if it was Lauren or her team, whoever it was, I'm pretty sure whoever did make this image using AI did have to take Tatiana's photo. I don't think they just went to some, like, AI software and put a picture of Lauren and said, "Oh, make it look like I'm at the tennis." Because if that was the case, I'm pretty sure there would be some differences with the image, like some text in the background or like the crowd or something like that, but nothing was different. Other than it was now Lauren's head and not Tatiana's.
I would have appreciated it way more if this girl would have just owned up to it, say, "Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. This is so crazy. I found your picture on Pinterest. My team found your picture on Pinterest. And we took it and we ran with it." But I think that she's not even taking accountability. And that's the part that's just making me so annoyed, because I feel like I tried to give her so much grace. It was never my intention to bash this girl. As I said in my first video, I have not called her out of her name. I have not said anything negative or rude about her. I'm simply stating the facts. And now it's become a bigger problem than it initially was for me.
Yeah, so it becomes very clear watching this video that Tatiana definitely doesn't accept Lauren's apology. In fact, Tatiana has since done an interview with TMZ where she says that. And she actually goes on to end this video by saying that this is just completely and utterly disrespectful.
I think that it's completely and utterly disrespectful to take the work from someone else who has a smaller following than you and act like they don't exist, minimize their work, minimize their experience. It is that serious. I'm so sorry. So to be able to replicate that with 1.6 million followers in the blink of a click, I think that's completely and utterly disrespectful. I don't think that she is fully understanding the weight of what she did.
Now, when looking at the comment section of this video, the comments are actually very split. So there's a lot of comments from people saying things like, she did take accountability, she apologized, what else do you want? I mean, she took accountability and asked what else she could address, what other outcomes are you expecting? And then on the other hand, there are comments like this one saying, and had AI to write the message. This AI apology would actually make me more mad. And another comment here saying, people saying it's not that serious. It is. Now, following the messages, Lauren did actually end up releasing a statement on Instagram after deleting the original post and says, "I want to address a recent post created by a third-party AI content agency I've been working with. It was brought to my attention that an image posted utilized the work and likeness of a black creator in a way that is entirely inconsistent with my values. I take full responsibility for what appears on my platforms. The post was removed and I've spoken with the creator privately to apologize. I will have more oversight with my agency to ensure my content is handled with integrity apology and respect it deserves moving forward. I am deeply sorry for the hurt that this has caused the original creator and the community at large. Thank you to those who have spoken up. I am listening and I'm committed to doing better. And now at this point, the situation has went incredibly viral. A bunch of people are making response videos giving their thoughts on the situation. Like, for example, we have a video here from a user called Mariah Rose. And in this video, Mariah goes on to read Lauren's statement, and I think it's fair to say she isn't entirely impressed.
I understand this impacted another creator, especially when it comes to respecting original work. You're talking about it like it's an art piece. And I understand, like, this is her photo, you content creators, it's work. You put your head on her body. That's an invasion of privacy. This ain't about some fucking work, bro. These aren't Van Goghs. You didn't like make a counterfeit version of her art. You made a counterfeit version of her outfit, her body, her face, and everything. That you pretended to be where she was in that moment. Are you like, okay? Anyways. She probably used AI to write this fuck-ass statement. Anyways.
And like I mentioned earlier, Tatiana actually did an interview with TMZ Sports and they spoke about the situation. And Tatiana was asked if she actually accepts Lauren's apology, to which she says no.
And with that being said, do you accept her apology?
I not particularly, because I don't think that it's coming from a super sincere place. I think that she just wants the situation to blow over and to kind of get back to things as scheduled programming. She didn't really make any I don't think she was honest. I don't think she was authentic in her apology. I think she's just saying what she thinks she needs to say in order to kind of move past this. She took my work. Like, I got invited to the US Open by Serena Williams. Like, I went to the US Open. That was an experience that was a privilege to go due to my hard work that I've put in over the past 8 years. It's not just an image of me there. And I feel like I personally try to do a good job of breadcrumbing and showing a little bit more of the story behind the post. It's not just, hey, let me look cute and take a pretty picture here. That whole swipe within the post, it's me sharing my full-on experience. So I feel like to just take that and put your head on top of it is crazy.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I think we're going to end up seeing this like a lot more often, especially with how like easy it is to do. And I think it's going to probably get to a point where Instagram is just filled with images that don't even exist. And yeah, obviously you should never like compare your life to like an influencer's life or a celebrity's life that you see on Instagram or anything like that. But now more than ever, you really shouldn't, because it just might not be real. And as we heard with this situation, there's apparently like full-on agencies that are doing this and working with influencers to create these like fake images to make it look like they went to events that they haven't went to. It's all just incredibly baffling, and it's not even like they're just like creating an image from scratch or anything like that, even though it's never really from scratch, but they're actually just taking like 99.9% of someone else's image and changing the head. But yeah, I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below on this situation in particular, and on this whole like AI influencer thing in general. I mean, we have seen like a bunch of like full on just AI influencers, people who don't exist. But now we're seeing people who actually did, I'm assuming, used to post like normal pictures on Instagram, who are now working with AI agencies to make these fake images. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, if you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, goodbye.